Hi, how you doing? It's Jeff Sinker from SkypeGuitarLessonsOnline.com, bringing you another of my Play That Riff videos. And in this video, we're going to be looking at the American band 3 Doors Down and the song When I'm Gone, released from their 2002 album Away from the Sun. Great song this. I know you're going to enjoy learning to play this. Starts off with this nice clean acoustic arpeggio section and then just goes into this great rock riff. What more could you ask? You just got everything on this. Now we are going to be going through all the rhythm parts in this song. I'm not going to be covering the solos in this, but I will include the guitar profile that does have the solos. So if you want, you can have a go at them. Now what I'm going to say though is if I get 500 likes on this video, I will do all the solos as well. But for now in this video, I'm just going to play all the acoustic guitar, or the clean guitar parts should I say, and then all the rhythm rock guitar parts. So enough of me talking. Let's get in close with these cameras and let me break down all the parts and show you how to play When I'm Gone by 3 Doors Down. So don't go away.
Preview.
Okay, we're going to start off with the introduction, which is on a clean guitar. The guitar is in standard tuning, and we're going to be playing across an A minor chord, goes to a C, and it finishes on a G, which really is the basis for this opening section. So let me play through this first part, the part of the arpeggios, and I'll break them down for you. So we start off with an open A string, then we're going to play 2 on the D, 2 on the G, and we've got an open B with a hammer onto 1st fret B, back to 2G, to 2D. Then we go back to the B string and we're going to play 1 on B string to a pull off open string, to 2 on the G, back to the B open string, to 2 on the G, 2 on the D, and open A string. Then we go across and we take a C shape and we're going to play 3 on the A, 2 on the D, open G string, then we're going to do an open B with a hammer onto 1st fret, then we go back to open G, and then we go to a G chord. Next 4 bars of the introduction starts off exactly the same. So we start off on this A minor open string, exactly the same as previous. Then we're going to play this pattern where we're going to go 3 on the B, to 2 on the G, to 2 on the D. What we're really doing is we've got this A minor, but we're just putting our little finger across here onto this D string, onto this 3rd fret on the B string. So we're playing a D note. So we're just getting this. Then we lift that finger up and we play B, G and D string. Then we lift all the fingers up and we're going to play B open and G open. Then we go back to that C and we're going to play this. Over the C chord we're going to play A string, D string, G string, open B, hammer on 1st fret, open G string again, back to the G. Now there's just one more part just we played, a little quick note before we go into the first verse, and what we're just going to play is a B 1st fret, pull off to an open string, open G, and then the verse starts with this A minor chord. Let's have a look at the verses. Now the verses really are quite simple. They are played across an A minor, to a C, to a G, exactly what we did in the introduction. What he plays an A minor, and then at the 2nd bar on the 4 count, he's going to play open A, to 2 on the A, and then he's going to play a 3 on the 1st count of the next bar, going to a C to a G. So let me play that. And then he goes back to an A minor. 1, 2, 3. So he plays that through as the main part of the verse. So he's playing that in 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Now he plays that sequence through 6 times through the verse. And once he's completed that little section, we have a little interlude at the end of the verse. Let me just play that through. It's very similar to what you've been playing previously. So we get this. Let me break that down for you. So again, over an A minor, we're going to start off with this A open string. We're going to do 2D, 2G. Then we're going to play this hammer on open string to 1st fret. Then we're going to play 2 on the G to 3 on the B. We play that line. Then he plays this next line, which is again starts off on an A minor. So we play open A, 2 on the D, 2 on the G, again open string B hammer on, and then we go back to the 2D to the 2G. Next line, he plays exactly the same as we did previously. So we've got this. Then he goes back and plays that line again where we went. Now the next 2 bars are the build-up to the rock part, the main rhythm for the chorus part, where he's going to change the sound to the distorted guitar. Now what he does, he starts off with this line. Let me just play the 2 bars and I'll break it down for you. So we start off with this open A string, then we do 2D, 2G, open string B, 1st fret on the B, hammer on, then G2, D2. Then he goes into a C shape, but all he's going to be playing is the A string, the D string, and the G string. Now what we've got there, we're on the up count now of the 2. So we got 1 and 2 and. Now the and of the 2 is where we change to the rock guitar, the distorted overdrive section. So what we're going to do, going to change the sound on the guitar, and I'm going to talk you through the rock section. So we changed the sound on the guitar for this section. Now a lot of this is combining a downstroke on the low E string. In fact, we open up the first line, which is on the and count of the 2, with 1 downstroke on the E. Then we're going to play a B5 to a C5, sliding back to a B5. Then we've got another downstroke on the E to an A5 chord. So we get this. Play that again in nice slow time. And we're going to play another A5 chord with 2 E strokes to another A5. Then we have another A5 again, 2 downstrokes on the E. And we're going to play then a B5 to a C5. 2 more downstrokes, and we're going to play a C5 sliding to a D5. Then we got a D5 chord, 2 downstrokes to a G5 chord, a G5 chord, and then we will do 2 more E downstrokes. The second one of them downstrokes is equal to the first one we did right at the beginning. So what I'm going to do is play that riff through, and then I'll play it through in slow time. So we break it down. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to play it even slower for you and see how this goes. It's quite hard to play when you're playing this slow. Now you can follow that fully on the tab. If we take it up to speed, you'll get the feel back onto the track. So you get this a normal tempo. Now in the first chorus, there is a little short lead break, which I'm not going to cover on this, like I said, we'll be covering that on another section. Once he's played this little lead break, he then goes back into the clean section again, playing through a verse, and then going into a chorus section. Right, what I want to do is show you this little breakout section at the end of the second and the third chorus going into the guitar solos. So we play through a full chorus line where we end up with going to that G, and then we've got that little section there that you'd go back to normally, but then he's going to play one E, and then he plays this. So let me talk you through that section. We're coming out at the back end of the chorus, and we are going to go back to... Now we've got this. We start off with 2 A's, going to an E pedal twice, then we're going to do a B to a C, pedal twice on the E, then we do a D to an E5, pedal on the E twice, then we're going to do this D5, slide to E5, back to D5, we hit the E string, and then we go back to the A5 twice with the E, B to C, and then we do this C to D, and then we've got that 2 chugs on the E, then we got this triplet where we're doing this 3 on the low E to 2 on the E, back to 2, back to 3 should I say. And then we repeat all over again. Second time round we do the same thing, but then we finish on an A5 power chord. Then Then we go into the guitar solo. From the guitar solo, back to another verse. From the verse, back to a chorus with the breakdown. Once we've finished the breakdown, another guitar solo, and then we go back into the opening section for the verse, and the song's finished. So we've covered all of the sections, apart from the solos, for the song When I'm Gone. All the information, all the tablature can be found by clicking on that link down below, take you to my site, and you'll be able to download the tab. So we've covered all of the sections bar the solos for the song When I'm Gone. The tablature for this can be downloaded by clicking on the link below in the description. Take you to my website. To download it, I've got it in both PDF and also Guitar Pro file format. If you did enjoy the song, click on that link down there, subscribe. That way, as soon as I post any other new songs, and these normally about 1 a week, sometimes even 2 a week, are coming out, you'll be notified. So it's well worth taking the time to subscribe, and I do appreciate you doing that. Well, until the next time I see you again, which should be very soon, this is Jeff Sinker from SkypeGuitarLessonsOnline.com, thanking you for your company, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Until then, goodbye.